Hello everyone, this is Bob and the Threadbare, and welcome back to Thi4f.
I'm Random Ninja.
And unfortunately, Kalon could not join us for this particular video. He may show up later yet, but just as likely not.
Those paintings are still weird. Wow, your plaque collection is getting full.
Yeah, there's 16 in total, so it's not actually going to fill up those two little things it's in.
Wait, really? What? Why have two if you're not gonna fill them up?
Well, because each one fits 10.
Right, so why not put 20 plaques?
They couldn't think of 20 monuments. As it is, they kind of cheat with some of them.
What, they couldn't put it like 7 down in the keeper castle thing?
Yeah. Well, it looks like the streets are getting really chaotic now.
The name of the faithless is Martin Holloway. He conspired with the Baron's watch to oppress the host.
They're just gonna hang people every interlude now, aren't they?
Worthy of Orion's touch, or does he deserve the...
Oh, hey, it's a different announcer now. It's
Give him the long drop!
the revolution is now hanging people. That's new.
For all 2 members of the audience. But yeah, the revolution is hanging people now. They're not so different now, are they?
Although that announcer, still more of a ninja than Garrett.
Yeah. But yeah, the idea here is that the revolution is not so different after all, are they?
This gloom is everywhere.
Now they're hanging people, which is just the same as when the Baron's government did it.
Except the Baron's government only did it because of the revolution. They're doing it because evil...
Well, no.
Or something.
The guards were evil too.
That's true, but, you know, the guards weren't the ones sending the orders to hang people. They were just evil guards. The government was hanging people because they were rebelling.
Your faith and your blood have carved a path to a better future! And now is the time to take it!
Well, actually, they were hanging people because they were stealing. And that guy's even louder than usual.
But one task remains!
But Basso's back here.
If you're looking for extra coin, I got some jobs you can help me with. Best contracts in the city.
So much like Garrett's hand, his head wound keeps
I
bleeding
knew
the
you'd
whole
like
game,
that
doesn't
one.
it?
Yep.
You've got hammers to take that one. Now that's a good one.
Okay, so the reference to You've Got Hammers is absolutely a callback to the Hammerites, right?
Find the Baron! The North Crest!
I don't know.
Needs to die!
What else could You've
The
Got
Graven
Hammers
can
mean?
walk freely in
Why
the
do they not
streets.
just say You've Got Balls?
Time has come for the city! For Orion,
Silly dialogue
for
choice.
the Graven Dawn!
Speaking of
Orion's
silly
new
choices,
dawn is coming
I have
for
something
all
for
the
all your nefarious.
why the hell is the rebellion called the Graven Dawn? What the hell does that even mean?
Nothing. As far as I can tell.
I mean, to me it sounds like they wanted to call them the Ravens, but even they remembered, hey, that sounds incredibly stupid. And so somebody got the bright idea, how about we add a G? Graven is a word too.
Until next time.
What does Graven mean on its own? It doesn't sound like a good thing.
It means that something has been engraved.
Aye. A drink to the heroes, then.
A drink to the heroes. Which ones are the heroes?
Whoever's left when we go back out, my friend.
Well, the audio is still bad, okay.
Northcrest could be dead already for all we've seen of him.
Along with his grand plans. It's his meddling that brought the gloom on us,
Now,
I'm sure of it.
who's Northcrest and why is he important?
Baron Northcrest is the guy in charge of the city.
Not anymore. Oh.
Yeah, now Orion's got like half the city. And the talking guy disappeared.
Here, I have something for you.
He was screaming at these 3 guys, and now he's done, so he just walked out.
While they're standing there looking at the wall like, was he talking to us? I stopped listening halfway through.
Alright, and meanwhile we're hearing about how,
Well, not so much hearing as seeing about it, but
how the servants of the rich people are scared and hiding in their homes and such.
where are these people supposed to be talking?
I don't know. Somewhere on the map. Yeah, you're supposed to, you know, when you walk near like a certain window or a certain door, you can hear people talking, but the
Yeah.
subtitles don't really care. And wow, Garrett is a popular guy.
I don't recall those ever being hung up anywhere. Jeez, it got dark.
Apparently the guards are just that lazy.
Is this the watch house? Is that what it... That's what it is, right? This is where the watch hang out.
Yes, this is a watch, like, department.
So it should be completely empty.
It is always completely empty, no matter what time during the game you come in here.
Jesus, there's a whole other stack of wanted posters on the ground there. Goodness.
And I think those are there even before, you know, the Thief-Taker General takes a personal interest in Garrett.
I just really don't like him. I liked that this game included Thief's Gate, as earlier said that Thief's Gate something or other, and I immediately thought of Gamer's Gate, so...
I don't like to think about Gamersgate.
What? Why would a bust be in a safe? It doesn't
It's a
make
gold bust, because that's what busts are made of, right?
sense. Okay, but why is it in the safe? If you're gonna have a bust, why would you hide it in a safe?
Because it's valuable.
But then why make it out of gold? You make busts to be seen, usually. It's art.
And every bust that you pick up in this entire game is of the Baron and nobody else.
I'm sure the Thief-Taker General just keeps all his busts in a private collection. He's probably got loads of them. Takes Garrett a really long time to open up those windows. Why was the last window a masked loading screen? And this one...
Well, not all of the masked loading screens are actually masked loading screens. Some of them are there just to waste your time.
And then some of them will have loading screens after the masked loading screen.
Yep. And hey, there's a room back here. Which is... good to know?
Is it one of those side quest only rooms?
No, but you can't actually go in there until the area past this sort of gate thing opens up like it is now. Like, before this was a closed gate and blocked off.
The Baron's a
Right.
popular man for all the wrong reasons.
But now, because we proceeded this far into the game, you can actually go through this area here.
With your ropes made out of rebar.
Yes, the rope that leads up here is also a new thing. Or actually the hole in the overpass, which allows you to fire a rope up here. That is new.
What does it look like he has hedge clippers? Rather than any other scissors. I haven't really noticed before, but
Well, they are wire cutters.
I think
So
they're hedge clippers. Yeah.
well, they're actually based on the same sort of principle. That, you know, if the lever that you grasp is bigger than the lever part that's cutting, then you can apply less force over a longer space in order to put more force on the other side of the lever.
But then, another question that comes to mind is, those aren't wires, those are ropes that you're cutting, which means you could probably use a butter knife, and it would still work.
But yeah, that's how you get up into that room I was just looking in. From this particular room, which you can only access again at this point in the game.
Oh hey, so I figured out why Garrett...
Well, hang on, before that, This is what the focus lockpicking does. You might notice that I'm having some trouble here. That is because I am using a mouse, and every time I move the mouse in any direction that is not directly up, it resets. The pin falls all the way back down.
Oh. Games made for consoles. Right, so, I figured out why Garrett never takes books. Well, here's what it is. Old Garrett would take books, because back then, they were all newly made. They were all first editions. They were clearly worth something. Well, now, 400 years later, they're all just reprints. They're worthless. That's why he never takes any books.
Even though he was in the Keeper Library at one point?
Well, we're just not going to talk about that. Those books were all eaten through or something. I don't know. Water leakage or something.
And apparently we picked up an urn just now, which you can, in fact, only get because I took Baza's job. So that urn would not exist if I hadn't taken that job first.
Nom nom, Poppy. So those have been clearly explained as being magical now, right?
Something like that.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't know about clearly explained, but
Definitely hinted at.
Poppies will give him magic powers.
I love that that's all they stop at. They give him magic powers and then do no explaining about them whatsoever. Just, he readily accepts his magic powers and needs no explanation as to how they work.
Yeah, and the fact that he can now eat poppies whole.
Yes. With no negative side effects.
I saw something glinting around here.
Oh,
Ah, there it is.
there it is.
Oh, guy with the torch is coming back.
Where did that pocket watch come from? Who would drop it there?
But the graven dawn endures.
Well, at this point, we're sort of in the, I don't know, in the estate of... Oh, hey, he's going to urinate. Well, we'll put a stop to that.
I like that he talks to himself, too, as he strolls back and forth. Well, the graven dawn endures. Now, pardon me while I go pee in this corner.
Well, in any case, so yeah, we are in sort of the front area of an estate, but oddly enough, we cannot actually enter this estate.
Is there a reason why?
Because the designers did not create it. The interior.
Why are you using the focus?
So I can show you how terrible it is.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. But you need to see it to believe it. See?
It's true.
There's no handle on that door.
Wow, that's just... Why did the estate need to be there? Just make it a wall. That's what it is. And there's a part of the map that's defined as the limits of that estate.
Yep.
But you can't go in.
I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be for like a DLC that never came to be.
Maybe. I could buy that. It's not a good reason, but, you know, it's a reason, at least.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Secret area music.
Yep, and here's one of those
Have a look.
lesser vendors who are much less annoying than the greater vendor.
Not, you know, annoying. More... less pedophile-y.
And I'm Kalon Zombie. Whoa!
Enjoy.
And it's Kalon, finally here.
Yes.
Better late than never.
Interesting timing, though. We're kind of in the middle of crawling through the city here,
Oh, okay.
and for some reason there is this sort of circular shaft leading upwards.
Weird.
In other news, Mr. Garrett's hand is definitely septic at this point.
Yeah.
And this part of the city...
Things are on fire. Okay.
Alright, well, I was pretty sure that the next chapter is that way, but the objective is telling me to go back the way I came. So we should probably, you know, look into that. Alright, so, yeah, I sort of went around these guys earlier in order to get here. Oh, what do you know? Turns out that I had skipped that particular location, so the objective did not, in fact,
What's wrong with his face?
War paint.
I don't know, but for some reason I cannot knock these guys out.
Okay.
The prompts did not show up. I could not knock those guys out using focus.
Huh.
And Garrett is made out of paper mache, so you can see how well that goes.
Well, this is master difficulty, but... yeah, the last time the game auto-saved was when I had finished that one Basso mission.
We got an urn. Just to remind everyone, an urn that would not otherwise exist.
Ah, okay.
But in any case, I actually did not explore this way before because I thought this was the way forward, but it turns out the way forward was the other direction, so here I am now.
Another secret area music thing. That's a big old machete. That is a machete, right?
I think so.
No, it's a... Oh, yeah. It's the machete that the guy had.
Oh hey, it's
It's concept art.
well no, it's one of a series of, you know, indications. But,
To hidden treasure, I assume?
yes.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, you kind of need the other 3 bait and switches first.
Before the treasure even shows up, or could you, if you knew where it was, get the treasure?
You can get the treasure without knowing where the papers are.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Now, do the locations of the papers point to the other locations of the papers, or not at all?
Not at all.
Are they in any particular order? So, for example, you got 4. Have you missed 3, 2, and 1?
Have a look.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey, a different clerk.
You mean vendor.
Yes, that too.
Why are arrows so damn expensive?
Because I'm on master difficulty.
Why can't Garrett make his own arrows?
It's not hard, you just need some animal bone and some wood.
I don't even need animal bone, really. There's enough spare metal lying around. God knows he's got like 7 million rings. You can make gold arrows.
I mean, you could also use glass shards from all of the various broken bottles. I mean, seriously.
Okay, well this time I'm going to do the smart thing and ignore the objective marker and actually go to the objective instead.
Already on the bridge. They won't have a lot of time at Northcrest Manor before they get bored of making trouble here.
You know, there's fires on both sides of that gate. That gate would probably be pretty warm right about now.
Yeah.
Or also on fire. I'm not sure what that gate was made out of.
Well, you don't actually have to touch it, you just have to touch the little glowing spot in front of it, and then you'll be teleported across the bridge.
Which absolutely exists in real life, as you all know.
So I should tell you something about this particular level. This is my favorite level of the game.
The Baron's last line of defense might be ready for the mob, but they're not ready for me. I'll get inside before this turns ugly.
Who are you talking to, Garrett?
Himself.
Haven't we been here already? This seems reminiscent of something.
Yes, we were here in the prologue.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
I remember this little part with the water.
Only this time we couldn't climb. Only last time we couldn't climb up it because we didn't have the claw hook thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. Didn't we? Didn't we steal it from Aaron?
We
already?
stole it from her at the very end.
Ah.
Well, our objectives are to remain undetected as always. The opportunist is disable 5 traps, so that'll be something to watch out for.
So tired these days.
And the third one is 10 kills or knockouts.
Well, Thread, can you guess which one Bobbin's going to go for?
At this point, it's a matter of waiting for that guy to walk down those stairs again and... Whoa. Did you guys see that? He kind of teleported.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, here's the thing about Chapter 6. You know how pretty much every chapter has had this sort of theme of ripping off different games?
Yes.
Well, the theme for Chapter 6 is ripping off Thi4f.
/ Batman.
Well, that's always a theme.
Why wouldn't you rip off Batman? Batman's a popular thing.
Well, there's a dog over there on the other side of the water. But I need to get up onto that particular pillar.
What? Shut up, dog.
Dog, come on.
Yep, dog got alerted because I walked through the water.
Dog, this isn't cool, man.
But I wasn't going for ghost anyway, so fuck it. There we go.
A fine piece.
This I can actually believe where it is, because like a bird could have been like, whoa, shiny!
I think Garrett's gonna wear it. He's gonna put it in his hair, and then when he sees Ghost Aaron, he's gonna be like, is my hair pretty, Ghost Aaron?
I somehow doubt that, but okay.
What's gonna happen? Just you wait and see, Kayla.
I'll take the far side.
Well, that's nice. Anyway, so the idea is that none of the concepts of this map are new to this game. We are robbing a mansion. We have robbed a mansion. Later on, there will be a exciting chase sequence where everything's falling down around us. There has been one of those.
Now, is it exciting or exciting? There were quotes there.
I will say this. The game is not, good.
What?
But at the very least, the ideas are better executed in this map than they have been in the past.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, if this map had been the only time these things came up, they would have left a better impression than they do.
Well, to be fair, this map was first. Chronologically speaking, not this iteration, but this map.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
But then again, I think if they only popped up once, then people would be like, why is this gameplay suddenly changed for this one map, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. But, in any case, if it was well executed every time, then there wouldn't be any complaining anyways.
Right.
Surrender!
Oh well. Just sort of having to remember the dodge button here. And yeah, look at that. Focus worked this time.
Huh.
It didn't work on that other guy, but it worked on this guy.
It's like they want to arbitrarily railroad you for whatever reason.
I don't know.
Well, it was probably just a bug. Let's be honest. That was probably just something playtesting didn't notice.
Yeah. I'm going with that explanation.
Okay.
Because if you were playtesting this game, Kalon, how many times do you think you'd actually go to that decoy marker, rather than just sneaking around as many people as possible?
Well, considering it's playtesters' jobs to do that sort of stuff, probably every time until they fixed it. But, I mean, come on.
So, never.
Yeah, probably.
Because they'd never fix it. They never fix anything.
They probably sent a note that said working as intended anyway.
Absolutely. They said, no, you're not supposed to be able to use focus on those guys for no well-defined reason. And then never fixed it.
Yep.
Well, in any case, so the real thing, though, is that because this map is almost entirely just a giant mansion, which you need to infiltrate and rob, and because the amount of loot you get from this mansion actually sort of resembles the amount of loot you'd get from a real thief mission, this is the closest the game comes to actually feeling like a thief game.
Oh.
So what you're saying is if there's only one mission you play in this game, and you only should replay that one, it would be this mission, none of the later ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
This and the bank heist.
You heard it here first, folks.
So it's all downhill from here, is what you're saying.
Well, it was a steep climb in the first place, but yes.
It was uphill both ways, Caleb.
In the snow.
In the snow.
And it looks like this guy is only actually checking 2 locations along the balcony, so...
He has a nice hat. I like the archer's hats.
This is how you rob 2 things at once.
That's his job, is just to go back and forth between 2 parts on the balcony and just look over the edge every once in a while.
How come Garrett never gets the bright idea to disguise himself as a guard?
Well, they probably wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
There are so few guards, they probably all know each other anyway.
Also, like, wanted posters and all that.
Well, if he took off the scarf, he'd probably look like a regular human being.
No, have you seen the art in the thread? There's no
I've
way
seen
he
the
looks
art.
like a normal human being under there. That's great, by the way. Everybody keep posting those, because they've all been pretty good so far.
They've been pretty great.
Alright, 2 guys to worry about here. One's the captain.
And thankfully... Oh, no, that
Whoa!
other guard wasn't deaf. What do you know? But now he's dead, so...
Well, knocked out.
Well, no, probably dead.
I've brought it up enough times.
Hey, got a new document. What the hell?
Thanks.
Manor map.
The Manor Courtyard map appears to make the actual map disappear and do nothing else.
It's a big black... There's the map. Fill it out yourself.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
What guard drinks out of a gold wine glass?
One who is serving a lord who is in the middle of a siege, I guess. 'Cause that's sort of what's happening here.
I'll take this.
Why was there an asterisk in the subtitles just then?
I don't know, but it's present there every time he says that particular line. Also, there's a dog on that staircase, and the front door... Yeah.
Walking in through the front door isn't my style anyway.
Tell that to the bank heist, Garrett. Knife. That's what that...
Yes.
Why was it there?
Why wouldn't it be there? It's the better question.
Do you typically leave... I assume that's a butter knife. On random crates outside your home, Kalon?
Yes, I do actually. I thought everyone did that.
Well, in that case, I have no complaints about the placement of that butter knife.
Okay.
Yes, I know I've got quite the collection of gold and silverware. Because that's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind that. I understand the
wonder if
need
this
to
turns off
steal
all the
that.
water in the garden.
It's more just the placement of those items that bothers me.
Well, yeah, you don't want people to steal your gold and silverware collection.
So you put it on a box.
Yeah, you scatter it all throughout your entire house.
Make it as annoying for the thief as possible.
I think this was an alternate way up. Although with all the splashing, I doubt it would have been a very good idea.
They're just leaving... Oh, okay, I thought those were cups, but no, they're actually vases.
Yep. Looks like there's other stuff out here in the courtyard that I can explore now that everybody's knocked out.
So are those giant vases just throwables, or...
Well, if it says inventory full, then it's a throwable.
Well, you didn't hover over them, at least as far as I could see.
Oh no, I think those vases are distraction vases, like you...
Yeah, the big urns are there for distraction. You do not carry them with you, but if you break them, you'll get somebody's attention.
Could you imagine, though, just tossing a vase at a dude?
That would hurt.
Yeah, it wouldn't knock anybody out, though. I mean, like, realistically.
No, they'd just be like, ow, what the fuck, man? Jeez.
You just threw a vase at my head.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing. If the vase doesn't break, then it hurts a lot more than if it does break.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because if it does break, then all of the shards are taking all of that kinetic energy and flying sideways. If it stays intact, then all that kinetic energy is being localized to 2 points. The bottom of the base and the top of your head.
That's assuming you throw it top and bottom wise. I mean, probably hurt a lot if the handle of it hit you right on the neck, or...
Well, I was thinking just specifically, like, if you have a vase in your hands and you're knocking somebody in the head with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That would make sense, yes.
But you could throw it too, or whatever.
question to the thread, would you pronounce it vase or vase? Would you just say urn and cut out the middleman there?
Well, I think my favorite explanation for whether it's vase or vase is depends on how expensive it is.
Yes.
So, this manor's design is strange. It's got an equal amount of torches and a lot of light bulbs.
Yeah, you'd think this guy would be able to afford nothing but electricity, but, I mean...
You'd think, yeah, one or the other, but both is a little bizarre.
Especially because he's got his own generator downstairs. We'll be seeing that eventually.
Oh.
And turning it off, I assume?
You'll see. Well, in any case, this is kind of a troubling area you can see here. You've got the one guard in the middle.
How can they not see you?
In the lights. Well, I'm not in the lights.
What? Come on. You're in the light. Not according to the game, but realistically.
Realistically, yes.
No. Didn't kill that guy. There he goes.
Hit him right in the helmet. There you go. No kill cam that time.
Where's these arrows coming from?
Actually, he's looking where the arrows are coming from.
Oh, okay. We found a dead body!
Really? Are you sure?
I'll find the frigging bastard! Well done! You just gave away your...
Well done!
Well done! You killed my best friend!
The second thing he said was, you just gave away your position.
And then he proceeded to walk away from your position.
Yes.
Well, you know.
Until I shot an arrow at his back, at which point he hit red and could see me.
Because reasons.
Wow. This area was a lot easier than when I was trying to do this non-lethally.
Which, let's be honest, is just silly. It would be nice if you could pick up crossbows and use those, you know, like a one-shot, and then you drop it kind of thing.
Like something from Assassin's Creed?
Like something from Assassin's Creed.
Well...
Not to say this game ripped off the wrong parts of that series, but...
The game ripped off the wrong parts of that series.
Yeah, the wrong parts of that series, yeah.
Well, in any case, looks like I've got two different ways to go at this point. There was that staircase that leads down into the basement, and it looks like if I can follow these boxes up, then I might be able to reach the attic.
You know what would make following those boxes up a lot easier? A jump button.
Well, there's most of a jump button.
there's half a jump. There's a button.
There's like 3/4 a jump.
But yes, from here you can fire an arrow to get upstairs, and from there you can infiltrate the building from the attic.
But we're not going that way.
Or you could live up in the attic and be a spooky attic ghost.
Ooh! I'll bang on your pipes!
Nah, I've already failed the ghost objective, so...
No, this is a lifetime objective. It's a whole different set of circumstances.
You're gonna be an attic squatter.
Yeah, but do lifetime objectives award you 200 gold at the end of them?
No, they award you sim points, actually. Only redeemable in EA's newest SimCity game. Sorry.
By the way, I did not push any buttons to move just there. And...
He just climbed up and fell off.
Yes.
Brilliant. Great programming. A+.
Okay, dimly lit cellar. So far, so good. Light bulbs down here, but torches outside. Okay, makes sense. I like that even...
And hey! Looks like we're about to meet an old friend!
Ah, Jim Beam!
How you doing, Jim Beam? Glad to see you could make it.
Glad to see you're still leaning on the left side.
Well, I have to push him really slowly because the next area is taking its time loading.
Yeah,
really big.
I thought maybe your frame rate just tanked, but...
Taking appointments tonight. Not by choice.
No, it wasn't the frame rate. It's just that is why it's a concealed loading screen, because sometimes the next area doesn't load, and so you just sort of sit there pushing on the damn thing until it finally loads.
Man, it was really heavy that time. Whew.
Yeah, so that beam was actually made out of some very heavy metal. I don't know metallurgy. Pick one. Whereas all the other ones are just made out of styrofoam.
Well, in any case, you may have noticed, but there was this sort of hole up there for, that looks like we could crawl through.
We can't crawl through it, can we?
Seems paranoid Northcrest is worried about intruders.
Oh,
Paranoid.
what a riot.
That's it, Garrett. Get out of the thread. No more puns from you.
Listen, if I wanted this sort of shit, I'd watch Geop's Wind Waker LP.
You're not that clever, Garrett. That's enough out of you.
Well, in any case, so like I was saying, it looked like there was a ventilation shaft up there, but it was too high to jump, and of course Garrett could never jump diagonally off of the boxes nearby.
Oh, no, that would be asking far too much of him. The golden bottle. Not a bottle of wine, just a golden bottle.
Yeah. Still kind of really irritates me because like I said before, in the old games, there were actually wines that you could take, and it was the actual wine because it was good vintage.
But who would bottle something in gold?
Rich people. Rich people put gold in their drinks. Like gold flakes.
Well, to be fair, I think Goldschlager is more of a poor person drink that just wants to seem fancy. But I could be wrong.
Nouveau riche, I believe, is the term for that. For when somebody without style gets enough money to maybe have some, but spends it on gaudy stuff that says I'm rich instead.
Instead of actually cleverly investing.
I've seen poor college students buy Goldschlager, so the gold flake drink does not quite fit into that category.
I don't know, there's that $500 brownie with gold flakes on it.
That would definitely fit into the Nouveau Riche category.
Yeah, we're
Those
already...
are really nice tiles. If I could have a kitchen, it should be tiled like that.
Oh, we've already been talking about the gold stuff. Oh, whoops.
Oh, right. Whoa! That door opened up on its own. Oh.
Well, that's why they're freaking out. You can hear them.
Oh.
And then you walked in front of the door. That was probably your fault.
Yeah. I got no one to blame but myself for this.
They managed to follow you really well. And very quickly.
Well, there's really only one other way to go. But now that I've remembered which buttons are which, this is, really easy.
Where's the other guard?
Oh, he was waiting his turn.
Oh! How nice of him.
It's an old martial arts movie. Kung Pao movie, or... No, I don't remember the term for those old movies that were ridiculous.
Kung Fu?
No, but it's the Kung Fu movies, but... ridiculous.
Chop Saki?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like Chop Fooey, but that's Kung Fu. It slipped my mind. But yes, Chop Saki. Where they all attacked one after the other.
Well, on the plus side, all of the guards in this room are gone.
Oh.
So I can explore it at my leisure. And you can see there are those points that you can jump up. So it looks like you can get up to that balcony from here.
Let me guess, you can't.
No, you can.
Oh, okay, good.
But I won't, because I'm doing this...
Also a really nice room.
Because I'm doing this, floor by floor.
This is a really nice room. This is a well-designed set piece.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is that this, more so than any other map, feels like a Thief chapter.
This must be like the one level that the old team was able to map out before it had to be handed to the final team.
I can understand why. This is not a small map, and there's a lot in here.
Yeah.
So far, we've probably seen as much loot as there has been in any other mission.
The Baron's men eating well? Wouldn't want them to starve while they hang people for stealing bread.
Oh, God forbid the people that work are being fed, Garrett. You silly person. Why does that look like a fat person is sleeping under that table?
Oh.
That's actually another interesting thing, is that on this map, the light coming in from those windows counts as light.
Wow.
As opposed to when we were in the brothel, where the light coming in from from above did not count as light. Like, watch this.
Whoa!
This was probably like the tech demo level, where they wanted to show off all the new stuff that they could do on next current last gen hardware. What are we calling it now?
I don't know.
Is it last gen?
I think it's technically still next gen.
Well, this came out on the PS4 as well as the PS3.
Yeah.
What?
So it's this is one of those games where it's like it was on the PlayStation 3 and 4. It's just that the 4 had marginally better graphics.
I didn't think it was that recent because
No, it was like
when was this released?
Like last year.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Around this time last year.
Jeez. For some reason I thought it was released in 2012, 2013. Just sort of how it looks.
Well, it might have been better for it if it had been, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Then again, I've been hearing about it for about 5 years now, so it wasn't released quietly. That's a nice chessboard. You should bring that to a crazy homeless queen lady.
She's already got her own set. But yeah, we haven't quite actually reached the amount of loot that we would find on other maps. That's around like 600 or 700. We're only at 4 yet.
It's a damn nice mansion. They took their time designing this level, it shows.
Yeah. Like I said, I am fairly certain this is the map that the old team designed.
Well, I do recall that the sequence that this chapter ends with did make it to like an E3 demo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is probably one of the first ones they designed and spent the longest on, and all of the other ones had to get rushed because they changed the ideas so much. I actually wouldn't be surprised to see if that thing where Garrett's arm goes up as he opens drawers doesn't exist in this one.
No, that's a characteristic of the model, I think.
Oh.
Right, but if they spent more time modeling it, that wouldn't be there. So,
Well,
I don't know.
I guess my point is that it wouldn't be there on any map if it were done like that. But yeah, look at that map. This is the entire first floor.
Wow.
You know, that carpet's probably worth some money, Garrett. You want to steal that? No? Just gonna ignore it? Okay.
Looks like there's a guy standing there at the other end of the hallway. That'll be troublesome, except I can do this. Because I don't care.
Can you?
Actually,
Not anymore.
no, wait. Yeah! Nailed him. Of course, I don't think his view range actually extends this far, like it would on a dark mod map.
Now his view range extends 0 feet, because he's dead.
Yeah, dark mod cards have surprisingly good vision.
Yeah.
I'll find you, Will. You won't get me too.
Well, looks like sounds like I screwed somebody.
I like that the guard's reaction changes between finding a knocked out body and finding a dead one. They say you won't kill me too if the guy's dead.
Yeah, in the old games, they actually did not have distinction between knocked out and dead, so whenever a guard found somebody, they're like, "There's been a murder here!"
Well, again, as we've discussed at length, the way Garrett knocks them out is basically tantamount to murder.
Yeah.
Plus, apparently the guards aren't any good at checking for breathing or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy gave up too quickly.
Boop.
Too bad. But I'll bet that was the only other guy I have to worry about.
You should have piled their corpses on top of each other. Then if anybody came by, it would just look like they were, doing stuff, instead of you murdering them.
I think the arrow through the throat would kind of give that away.
No, they're just really kinky.
No, he's just happy to see him.
Okay, they're just really kinky.
Oh, there's another bust of the Barons
Silver bust this time.
in an empty shelf.
Uh-oh.
In an empty room.
Looks like that room's got a few people in it.
Wonder if their faces are less susceptible to arrows.
My guess is probably no.
Do you think after you shoot someone with a sawtooth arrow, his friends and family go, we should have an open casket, and then they take out the arrow, and then they decide, we shouldn't have an open casket?
You only need to just sort of break off the shaft, file it down. There you go, open casket.
Just put if it's in the neck, you don't need to file it down. You just put the collar up above the neck and just make sure.
Put a band-aid on it, pretend it's not there. But I mean, I wonder how long things like that would actually bleed for if you were killed by an arrow to the neck.
Kind of weird having it poke out through his helmet, though.
Clipping!
I don't know, maybe the arrow went through the helmet, through his neck, through the helmet.
And what the hell?
Reflections in video games are hard.
That's incredibly creepy. The other mirror isn't even the same image, it's somewhere else. They are both portals into other dimensions.
It's the Watch Dogs method of reflection making.
Well, see, here's what it is. If you say Beetlejuice 3 times in front of those mirrors, you won't die because it goes somewhere else, and you... What? Why can you only steal 2 of them?
Because only 2 of them are made out of precious metals.
Yeah.
Why would
I'm betting the kings.
No, they were actually knights.
Oh, what?
And one knight was... The white knight was worth more than the black knight. I call racism.
Well, that's because they were actually silver and gold knights.
Oh, were they?
Yes.
They were on
Yeah.
the... Oh,
Because those are the only 2 things that Garrett steals. Silver and gold.
You would think out of all of the pieces on the chessboard to make a precious material, or out of a precious metal, would be the king and possibly the queen.
But Kalon, the knights move in L's. No other piece does that.
Right, of course.
They're unique.
I don't have the combination to that. Oh well.
Well, not legitimately, anyways.
No, I'll find it later. Hell if I'll remember it.
Birdie.
You can tell that those paintings aren't valuable because they are too high up to use the razor on.
Why does that bird sound like a duck? Wait, no it doesn't. It chittered. It's a squirrel.
I just love how the birds are just laughing and they're like, man, I'm totally gonna be a fucking asshole to this guy later.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I spooked that guy by opening a door in front of him again.
Well, so what you do is you pull a Scooby-Doo, you crawl into a suit of armor, you're fine. They'll never find you.
I thought that was something that Scooby-Doo villains did.
No, I'm pretty sure Shaggy and Scooby have done it once or twice.
I wouldn't know. I actually don't like Scooby-Doo.
What about noodles? Do you like Scooby-Doo noodles?
No, I don't know. What?
There's a noodle called Scooby-Doo that is not related to the show Scooby-Doo. It's very confusing.
Okay.
I guess it explains where they came up with the name, at least. That or somebody scatting.
I like the second option.
Yeah.
Well, this library is actually full of guards here.
Is that lantern electric?
Yes.
Why is this the first time we're seeing that? You know what would have made a lot more sense in another map? Electric cameras. Or, heck, electric lantern-powered cameras. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's why this map is actually superior to other maps.
Sir, I was thinking. I couldn't help noticing earlier that there are no men guarding the sewers.
There's 3 more guys left to worry about.
Did you hear me call you over? No, sir. Do you want the Graven plucking out your eyes with rusty knife?
Do you really pluck out an eye with a rusty knife, or do you stab it out?
One foot in front of the other and get back to your
I recently started playing a game where there's also a Captain Jessup side character, and it's making me wonder if Jessup is just some reference that I'm not getting, or if it's just a coincidence.
Whoops.
Whoops!
I think it's just a good old-timey name.
No, but the game I'm playing it...
Not enough focus to immediately knock him out. But I did get enough focus left to stun him.
And nobody is surprised by that.
Yeah, somehow I got away with that.
Oh, there's a thief over here! What? Was that Jessup?
No, you suggested the sewers. We don't like you.
It's getting late.
Good riddance to Jessup. Although, actually, now that it's turning out that the rebellion is also evil, the guards are finally getting some sympathetic portrayals.
Teach that bastard to cheat against me.
Because,
I can't wait to go home to my wife and son.
Yeah, the characterization, the writing in this game just isn't steady.
Maybe my dog Fido will sniff my pocket for treats again. Oh no! Arrow through the throat! Ah!
Alright, so those two guys are both in the fireplace light, so let's change that.
Go see what that noise was. Or would you rather...
Thanks, Captain.
Yes.
Now, if there wasn't a captain there, I wonder, would one of them still have ordered the other there?
No, but it still would have gone that one of them would have checked and the other one would not have.
I think it'd be funny if neither of them were captains and one of them ordered the other and the guy who got ordered was just like, no, you go check it.
There really aren't enough captains to actually have that happen. But on the plus side, that guy's still startled enough to look in some other direction.
Did you just punch the back of his metal helmet and knock him out?
Yes.
But arrows. Arrows don't kill them through the helmet. Logic.
And yeah, I picked up a crystal drinking cup so I could throw it.
Worthless. Yeah.
As opposed to sell it, because it's totally not valuable, because it's not silver or gold.
Exactly.
Well, with the plague going on, I could sort of see why only gold and silver are valuable, because you can melt those down and turn it into other stuff. For rich people, crystal goblets,
Yeah, but you would think that the market would be pretty steady on wanting crystal goblets in the first place.
But everyone has them already. People that don't have them are dead. It's win-win, because it's the poor who are getting murdered by this plague.
Yeah.
That's not well defined, but...
Well, and by the way, it remains not well defined, but I believe what happens with that is that the gloom is essentially the same thing that happened in the asylum earlier. So, Aaron is very slowly turning the entire city into golems.
Oh, okay. That explains why we saw one in episode 8.
Well, no, that's because of keeper magic.
Oh, well...
Or, sorry, not keeper magic. Wait, episode 8. That's the one I'm thinking of, right?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I assumed that one was just because of the book.
The one in the Keeper Ruins.
Yeah. I assume that's just because of the book and the remnants of magic and so on and so forth.
No, it's actually because the golems enjoy, being underground, away from the light, which literally kills them.
They're Morlocks, basically.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when we were underground, there were shafts of moonlight coming through.
Moonlight and sunlight are different, even though they're the exact same thing.
Well, if there's moonlight, it stands to reason there would also be sunlight.
And keep swinging until it's over. All right?
Except that none of these maps take place during the day.
That's also true.
I forget if there was a mission in any of the other Thief games that take place during the day, and I think it was the one where you go across the rooftops in the second game.
That takes place at dusk, but in the first game, when you're infiltrating Crag's Cleft prison, then you were So that was actively during the day.
Huh.
And those guys weren't moving around at all, so I decided to make them move.
Show yourself. I promise you a quick hanging.
Oh, well, if you promise me a quick hanging, I'll just...
Yeah, why the hell are they hanging anybody at this point, anyway?
It's just...
How are they hanging anybody? They don't have their convenient hanging balcony anymore.
Exactly. At this point, I figured it's just kill on sight.
Yeah. So you think they would promise a quick death, but no.
Quick hanging.
Quick hanging.
Their methods of punishment are very clear on thieving. Where's this idiot going?
You have to hang them even in times of riot and war.
Yeah.
Civil unrest? That's a hanging. Thieving? That's a hanging. Murder? That's a hanging.
Hanging from a tree? Oh, you best believe that's a hanging.
For some reason, the colors change in this room.
Well, when a game only has 2 color tones, gotta switch it around. It's either blue or green.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's much around here. Nothing to steal on this floor.
They probably took all of it to barricade the main door.
Although, looks like there's something flashing here. Wait a second.
What the?
What?
That's a plaque. That's a city plaque. And that's the castanet I stole earlier. What the hell?